How's it going, Habibis? I am back from my African safari. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone that was asking about it. I asked for one thing from Konami and one thing only. While I was gone, to not release anything amazing for Dark Magician. Don't release the new support to Master Duel, which they listened to that. However, they did release potentially one of the most influential cards Dark Magician has gotten in a long time, including the new support of Dark Magician of Destruction and Gaze of Timaeus. I am talking about this new Link monster, Miasmas Necromancer, okay? This card is actually insane what it can do, and it opens up so many plays for Dark Magician. I want to go over some of the things that it can do. I will probably make a combo video just exclusively using this, but I also wanted to show this deck that I've been just kind of messing with on yugioh Omega and how disgustingly consistent this deck is. I'm yet to brick with it, so I'm pretty confident going into this blind and just doing some test hands because I believe that we're gonna have some good plays here. But yeah, let's go over this card really quickly. This Miasmas Mishka Mushka Mickey Mouse Necromancer, okay? If this card is Link summoned, so first of all, 2 monsters including a Dark Spellcaster monster, so you're not going to tell me this isn't Dark Magician support. This is basically should be called Miasmas Dark Magical Necromancer. That's what I'm calling it. 2 monsters including a Dark Spellcaster. If this card is Link summoned, you can add 1 level 5 or higher Dark Spellcaster monster from your graveyard to your hand, but you cannot activate effects or effects of cards with its name for the rest of this turn. Okay? Now, this is really interesting. I'm going to finish reading the second effect of this, and then I'm going to talk about why I think this is interesting. Second thing is you can send 1 spell or trap from your hand or field to the graveyard, so maybe some good toy box energy. Who knows? Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 spellcaster monster. You only use each effect once per turn. So an additional normal summon of our Magician's Rod, which is humongous because there are times where we normal summon Ether Barrel and we have Rod and we can't normal summon it. This allows us to normal summon it and get the effect of Magician's Rod. But here's why Miasmas Necromancer is so interesting and why I think it is Dark Magician support. Because it reads, you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with its name for the rest of this turn. I think this card was made with the intention to search for 1 card in this deck, and that card is Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. Why is that? Because her summon, her special summon, is an inherent summon, as in it does not start a chain. So it's not activating an effect. So you summon her, and immediately once she's summoned, her name changes. So she's no longer Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice, which would be the card that you search for off of Miasmas Necromancer's effect, right when you add it from the graveyard. Her name becomes Dark Magician Girl. So then all of a sudden, she is not under the restrictions of Miasmas Necromancer. You're able to use her effect. Now, obviously, you're going to send her to the graveyard with Magician Souls, making Magician Souls even that much more important for the deck. I've already seen a lot of Yugi tubers and other Dark Magician players in the community using Magician Souls at 2 or even 1. I'm still a firm believer you gotta play this card at 3. I think it's very important. For this deck, like I said, it's been very consistent, but I'm considering maybe upping the number of IOCs just so I see so I see Magician Souls more. Anyways, without further ado, let's go into some test hands. Let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is, because, you know, it was going pretty well before. So let's do it. All right, right off the bat, I'm realizing I don't have my headphones on. So let me throw on my cans. All right, right off the bat, beautiful hand, okay? Much to do with this hand. I would say the best play is to get rid of the Shining Sark and add another Shining Sark. Now, I feel confident doing this, even if this gets impermed, for instance. I do have the Primary Lordly Load, so I could go a different route. So, I'm trying to act as if my opponent has hand traps, even though they don't. So I'm trying to make the best play possible. So now we're going to use the Shining Sark, grab Dark Magician, the Magician of Destruction. Now, I'm also going to tell you guys, I know some pretty good combos with this deck. I feel like when I've been freestyling, which I've only been freestyling like maybe 10 duels, to be honest with you, I feel like I could get better with it. So there's some things that if I don't do perfectly, let me know if there's something you think I could do better. I will gladly take the advice. Here we're gonna grab Magician's Rod, okay? And we already have the Gaze of Timaeus. This is why I think Gaze of Timaeus should be played at 3, okay? We're gonna summon our Rod, and we are going to search for our Soul Servant. So this is Dark Magician Girl, right? Does it show her name? No, it doesn't show as Dark Magician, but this is Dark Magician, this is Dark Magician Girl. Okay. Now we are going to activate Soul Servant, and I could do a few things. I could grab Magician Souls. I really don't think there's a purpose, especially with me having the Lordly Load. I just realized I could have done something crazy, which maybe I should have. Maybe I should have held on to this Rod and went the Miasma route and been able to summon my Ether Barrel. I don't know if that would have been something to consider. That would have definitely been something to consider. But anyways, you guys know what I'm saying, and then use Miasma's effect to get the additional normal summon for Rod. So I normal summon Rod and Ether Barrel. But not a big deal. Here I'm gonna grab Circle. I'm gonna grab Circle and I'm gonna try my best to thin the deck before I use it so I can have a chance at the DM Triangle. We grab Dark Magician, not bad. So then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna link these two off, not link them off, essentially link them off into my Chorizo. Now I'm gonna go into Baron. I apologize to my TCG friends, but you don't have to do that as well. You could go other routes. You could go link routes, of course. And then from here, we're gonna grab our, let's grab Drill Beam. I think Drill Beam's the play. And next I'm going to activate this, then the deck. Let's grab DM. And then let's activate Circle. Get another Gaze. Beautiful. Did I not add it? What the heck? Okay, I should have added that additional Gaze. That's silly. That was, I guess, a misclick. Anyways, well, that sucks. With that additional Gaze, I was gonna go Dragoon, and then, dang, that sucks. Okay. Well, pretend I have an additional Gaze, I activate it, I summon Dragoon. So, anyway, this is basically just trying to show what we could do at a glimpse. So then during my opponent's turn, I have Dragoon on the field. I could also now activate Gaze of Timaeus, shuffle back Demod, summon out either Demod or Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, whichever one. Let's say Demod. His name's Dark Magician. That triggers several things. Triggers Demod, and then we'll chain block. So no Ash Blossom. Circle, banish this, and then search for whatever. And then we still have our Drill Beam, we still have our Baron, we should have a Dragoon if I didn't misclick. So first test hand went pretty well, I'd say. Let's try another one. Okay, this one is pretty good as well. So we're gonna go lead things off with our Primite Roar, all Dark Magician. All Dark Magician, all Dark Magician? Hello? YG Omega's weird sometimes. Anyways, so now we have the decision, do I want to banish my DM? That's a decision to make. With the new Miasma card, we could do some shenanigans. We could. And not banish it. That's the beauty of it. So let's do that. I think that's the play. So I'm going to activate Salvation, send my DMG to the graveyard, get rid of Salvation here, so I could draw a card, free draw, beautiful, Soul Servant, love to see it. Let's go Miasma. Let's grab DMG, Now let's activate, or not activate, let's summon DMG, that's the key, you don't activate it. And now her name is Dark Magician Girl. We can activate her effect. Grab Shining Sark. Shining Sark. We activated a spell, which we already activated a spell anyways. So yeah, this Miasma gives you even more ways to play around having to banish your DM, because that was the biggest drawback from most people when it came to the new DMod support. You have to banish your DM, which no one likes to do. Always makes for awkward situations. Here I'm gonna grab Rod. Okay. Now we could activate Miasma's effect if you want to do that for fun. Why not? Let's do it for fun. You don't know, maybe we'll draw into Ether Barrel or something. Let's get rid of Shining Sark. And let's summon our Magician's Rod. We still have our normal summon. That was not necessary. I just wanted to kind of show it off what it could do. Now I'm gonna grab Dark Magical Circle here. And we are big ballin'. We're gonna activate Circle. Chain Soul Servant. Grab the Gaze. Okay, wait. How do I do this? Let's make sure I add this. Oh, this is great. This is great. How do I do this? If I hit this check mark, it better let me add Gaze. Reveal, yes. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. This is great. So now we draw 2 cards. And what do we draw? My gosh. What do we draw? We freaking draw Primite Ether Barrel, and we have our normal summon still. This is amazing, bro. This deck. Sorry, I'm geeking because I genuinely haven't played more than like 10 games with this, so I'm enjoying it, hopefully with you guys. We already used Souls. Yeah, we already did Souls earlier in this turn. Let's grab Drill Beam. Okay, so now what we can do, you do a lot, honestly. We have the DM triangle set up, which is cool. We have a DM in the graveyard. We have Roar set up too. So this is really something. So now what we can do is we can go into our guy here. And Chorizo uses a Link Monster too, right? Link Monster, okay. So I'm thinking about keeping him actually. Let's go this route. Oh, yeah, let's go here and here. Go here. Okay. Now let's go Baroni to floor. Now let's go. Do we want to go the cross sheep route? Yeah, let's go the cross sheep route. Let's go here and here. And then we're going to do this play, which if you guys don't know this play, I did kind of highlight essentially a 1.5 card combo using Apprentice Illusion Magician, or Dark Magician Girl, the Apprentice Illusion Magician, to do exactly what I'm doing currently. If you haven't seen the video, I'll link it above here. It's a really amazing video, 3 combos that you have to know for the new support. So we're going to summon out Mocha, Master of Chaos. Master of Chaos is going to trigger as well as Cross Sheep is going to trigger. We are going to... Which one is resolving here? Going to summon... This is what's important to summon. And one of them didn't trigger. God dang it. I'm really not liking that I'm messing up the effects here on yugioh Omega, but to be honest with you, we don't need it. So here, just bad that's happening while I'm trying to record. Here we're gonna go this route, summon out our Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon is going to target that. Summon out our Dispater. Oh, I guess I didn't use my Master of Chaos effect. It looks like Cross Sheep is what triggered and Master of Chaos didn't. That's just annoying. Anyways, we're gonna use Bestial Dispater. This is some great synergy. We get back the Dark Magician of Destruction, or Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic that we banished to summon out DMod. We're gonna use Baron de Floor's effect to pop the DMod, activate DMod's effect, not DMod, you know what I'm talking about. Shining Dark Magician's effect. Okay. Then we're going to use his effect to set a card. We are going to set the Gaze of Timaeus. Boom. And then here, we should have an extra monster on the field. We don't, because we don't know how to click buttons correctly. And then here, you could do so much. You could do, honestly, whatever you want. If you're in Master Duel, you could go Appaloosa. You could go SP Little Knight. Let's, for shigs and gigs, go SP Little Knight here. And set our Drill Beam. End turn. And look at that. I mean, beautiful, right? On their draw phase, go Gaze. Get rid of the one. Actually, let's get rid of the one on the... yeah, let's get rid of the one on the field. And let's go Dragoon. So the reason I got rid of the one on the field is because I want to keep the one in the graveyard so I could summon it back with Eternal Soul. And also, too, when I do that, my Drill Beam will then become active. And in the meantime, I have 2 Omni Negates to protect me, so I'm fine. So this is pretty insane. Pretty insane. Dragoon. Baron. Drill Beam. Triangle. Dispatter Monster Effect Negate. SP Little Knight. You know, we have a hand trap. I mean, pretty crazy what you could set up here. Oh, and Roar. So I forgot, I lost count. That's like 7 or 8 disruptions. Insane here. Insane board. Even through a misclick, still an insane board. All right, so in the interest of time for this video, I'm just going to quick fire off some test hands, see how we do. But if you did enjoy seeing me freestyle, because I don't know if I've uploaded too many videos of me just like freestyling combos. We're not really a combo heavy deck until today. So maybe I'll do more in the future. Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if there's anything that I can improve on. I definitely think I could be even better with those combos. For starters, I could, click the right buttons on yugioh Omega. That would help a lot. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. That helps me so much. Thank you, Habibis. Now, we're just going to go over these really quickly. This is a great hand. We drew all of our Primite Engine. We grab Roar here. And unfortunately, we will end up having to banish our DM. But we'll have a load. We'll have another way to get to another DM. So not a big deal. Let's go to another test hand. So that's a great hand. We have Shining Stark. We have Roar. Great hand. Enough said. We have 1-card combos now, which is so crazy. So crazy, man. To say that for DM. Here, IOC. Let's, go Magician Souls. Put back the DM. So now this hand looks even better. We have Roselia as a disruption. Yeah, and then obviously our big starter with the Dark Magician Girl. Great hand there. Shining Sark saves this hand. And then Dark Magical Circle with Soul Servant is great extension. So this is a great hand too. Yeah, Wanted. All of these are 1-card combos, guys. For those that aren't aware. And, I'll make more combo videos in the future. You could bet on that. But Wanted, Roar, Shining Sark, Lordly Load. And we can, basically load our deck up with all of these 1-card combo spells. It's pretty disgusting. Let's do one more. All right. Last one. Great hand. Very playable hand here. And same thing. I'd probably put back the brick. And then I think we would have a way to get back to it using Miasma. Lordly Load, grab Barrel, Magician Souls, dump DMG. You guys know it. All right. That is it for the test hands. So, yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys want to see more freestyle videos. I'd love to do them, and I think it will help me learn more about this deck. Hey, guys, I was editing the video, and I remembered that I forgot to mention this deck, if you guys know me, is going to change tomorrow, and then it's going to change the day after and the day after. So I'm not going to upload a deck list. I also am not going to say, hey, you guys got to play this deck exactly like this. I think there's a lot of things that I could do differently with it, especially with the extra deck. The extra deck is something that is going to be a work in progress. So don't fret about copying this deck or anything like that. If you guys want something to practice with, then by all means, you can kind of use this as a model, but this is not my finished product. This is not my final form yet. So just keep that in mind. Now, a couple things I do want to talk about. This is kind of what I've thrown together. I have it organized as my Dark Magician engine, my Shining Sark engine, my Primite engine, my Asmina engine. You could play 3 Deception. I elected to cut the Deception to 1. I usually like playing it at 3 because Deception is a 1.5 card combo as well, right? Because Deception plus a monster, any monster gets you essentially full combo. So that is a decision I made just to play more hand traps. We're playing 17 hand traps. Now, another hand trap I've considered, actually, is Dominus Impulse in this deck. Dominus Impulse is not bad. I would say probably don't play Effect Veiler and Ghost Ogre, because Dominus Impulse will turn these off, but I think Droll and Maxi are the only ones you really have to worry about that will be turned off. If you're playing TCG, obviously you don't have to worry about Maxi. But yeah, Dominus Impulse is such a good card. It does turn off Light, Earth, and Wind, so that's something to keep in mind, but definitely a possibility for us. Other thing is Dark Paladin. I think Dark Paladin will see some play going forward. I definitely think Dark Paladin will see some play. I haven't played the deck enough to make legitimate suggestions, so don't necessarily take what I'm saying as deck building advice. I don't want to give you guys false advice, but I do, in my very minimal testing, I do think Dark Magician of Destruction is potentially able to just be played at 1, you know, so that's something to consider. We'll see. I'll see if my my ideas change going forward, but right now only 1 has came up. I have had scenarios where I've needed a second Dragoon, and then Dragon Knight is good to have. You know, I think a lot of people are maybe electing not even to play the triangle, so you might not play Dragon Knight. So you can definitely free up some extra deck space with this deck. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I really, really am excited for this, and we'll go over more Miasmas stuff. Like I said, I think this card was made for Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. And if you're not using it and abusing it with Miasma, then I really think you're missing the mark on how this card really helps add another consistency piece to our deck. Anyways, Habibis, until next time, take care of yourselves. Go out your way and make somebody's day special. Peace and love.